Hello guys, welcome to even and odd numbers, multiplication and division rules. Now, even times an even number. So let's say 2n multiplied by 2m. Well, you can simply put the 2 outside and in the bracket you can put 2nm. Obviously this will be 4nm, but this is also right. And here this step is much easier because you can directly prove that this is an even number because 2 into any number is an even number. So time for even into odd, and in fact in these three cases it's almost the same thing. You just take the 2 outside and put whatever is inside the bracket together. So this is 2n into 2m plus 1, right, multiplied. So simply you put the 2 outside and you distribute only the n inside. So it becomes 2nm plus n, and similarly 2 into anything is just an even number, and here even into odd is equals to odd into even. So we can just directly conclude that this is even because the steps will be the same. Now time for odd into odd. Now 2n plus 1 into 2n plus 1. So let's just do some algebra. So this is 4nm plus 2n plus 2m plus 1, and these three terms can be put together common, or we can take 2 common from these three terms. So it is 2nm plus n plus m plus 1, and since we have 2 into something plus 1, this follows the rule for an odd number. So the odd into odd is odd. Now for division, you kind of really don't need algebra and you can just directly use the multiplication table from here. So even into even. So we just need to know what we just need to know what even into even is. Is it an even number, odd number, or neither? So let's look at the multiplication list. Even into even is even. So we just need to look at the end result and we need to check which ones are even. So we have these three cases and we have even, even, and even. So that means let's take this first case. If you put this even down here, this becomes even by even, which gives an even number. So is this even? Well, if you do 40 by 4, you'll get 10, which is in fact an even number. But what if you have 40 by 8? Well, then you get 5, which is an odd number. Because if you see in this case right below, you can also get even by even if you put this even down here. That means even by even is equals to odd. So that means that this is either even slash odd. So even or odd. Now what about even by odd? So here we also check for even in the result. So these three cases also, and we check for odd also. So it can't be the first case since all of these three are even. So that means we have only these two cases. So if we put even by odd, so we have even here. So if we put odd down here, we get even by odd is equals to even. So is this really even? Well, 40 by 5 is 8. This is even. Well, 40 by 10, well, we can't use that. We're talking about even by odd. So 15 by 3, oh sorry, that is odd by odd case. I'm going too far. But that one example should be enough. Now let's move on to the third case. Even by odd. So we just put this odd down here and we also get even. So from these four cases and from analyzing, these both give us an even number. And in fact, even by odd will always be even. Because here, to get an even number, you have to multiply some number with 2. That means you're just multiplying a number with an even number, which will just give you an even number. So odd by even. So we need to look at odd by even cases. That means we need to look at the end result being odd from the multiplication list. So these three are even, so we can't use these three. So we have to look at the last. And here we need to have even in one of these two terms, but both of them are odd. So that means There is no odd and even case that gives an even or odd number. So this is in fact neither. So that means this is fractional. It will always give a fractional value. Because if you choose anything, etc., these are all, well, fractional values. Now odd by odd. Well, we can just see from this case, because we don't need to look at the other cases, because all of three give even, and by here odd by odd always gives an odd number. So this is it for multiplication and division rules. Well, not really rules, but you can use it as facts for, well, sometimes you even need this for Olympiad questions. And if you learn something new, please like and subscribe. Thank you.